Hi, this is Kristen from the Pros and Cons team, and today I really want to talk to you about the pros and cons of getting a 4.0 GPA. So, I decided to get a 4.0 in high school, and then when I got to college, I decided I was just going to get good grades. And so, with that perspective, I kind of want to talk to you about the pros and cons of getting a 4.0 GPA. So, first off, a 4.0, some of the benefits of a 4.0 is that it can really help you with your organization skills. So, I remember my freshman year, I had a 5-page paper due the next day, and I decided to procrastinate. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, I finally was finishing up this 5-page paper, and I was a wreck. And this was a great learning experience for me because I decided then and there I was not going to be a procrastinator. And in order to get this 4.0, I couldn't be a procrastinator. So, starting then and there, I stopped being a procrastinator because I knew that that was going to put my 4.0 in jeopardy. So that was a really good benefit. Another good benefit that a lot of people talk about is that it can help with college or scholarship applications. I don't think on most things there is that much difference between a 4.0 and a 3.9, but a 4.0, like, you're not going to have really any doors closed to you because of GPA. So it's a great way on scholarships or on college applications. Like, you can't get really better than a 4.0. So that's something that is a benefit of a 4.0. Another thing is it can help increase your talents. So I was in orchestra. I played the violin, and I hated practicing. Like, hated it with a fiery burning passion. But I knew that in order to guarantee a 4.0, I had to practice. And so I practiced, and that was a really good thing for me, to learn that, like, I got better at my talents, and then I, like, did things that I just didn't want to do. It also is really good at teaching goal setting. So, goal setting, a lot of people struggle with, but when it's like a 4-year goal, it's really good. Like, it's like a perfect goal to learn how to do long-term goals, because you have your freshman year and you have to break up that 40-year goal: freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and then you have to break each year into like semesters or trimesters, and then you have to break each semester or trimester into classes, and then you have to break each class into an assignment. And so, like, you realize that those little small steps of those little assignments are going to add up to your long-term 4-year goal. So that was a really good benefit about learning, or about doing a 4.0 GPA. Another thing for me is it was great to boost my confidence. I had a really low confidence, like a lot of teenage girls, and so I needed that boost of confidence, that I was like, wow, I am good at maybe something. Like, I'm not perfect, but I can get a 4.0. And that for me was really helpful. Okay, moving on to the cons of a 4.0. 4.0 can take away from what is really important. Like, time has passed. Nobody cares now that I got a 4.0 in high school. Like, I'm done with college. It really just doesn't matter. But there were things that I passed up that did matter, like time with my family, or there was, I remember there was a church activity that I really wanted to go to, but I had to study 8 hours for a test. And because, like, that was so important, and I missed out on a lot of opportunities. So that's something, is it can take place of what's really important. It also takes a ton of time. Like, the difference between doing like a 3.8 and a 4.0, the time that you spend to get those like extra couple points is huge, because you have to reach perfection on every single thing, to make sure that you are cementing in a 4.0. So that was something that's like really not that great about it. It also can cause a lot of stress. I remember getting a score back for a stats test, and I went home devastated because I thought this was going to drop me from an A to an A minus. And I like just was sobbing. Like, I went into the bathroom and just cried. Not in front of anybody. I'm not crying in front of anybody, but I was so distraught about this. So that is something that is maybe not worth it with the 4.0, is the stress it causes. Another thing is it can start to define your worth. So with it building my confidence, it like was linked to like who I was. So when I went to college and I got my first A minus, I was oh, I felt so awful about it because that was a defining thing about me. I didn't get A minuses, and that was really really hard to do that. It also a 4.0 makes you not very well rounded. Yeah, I did cross country and I did track, but my mind was just focused so hard on this point that it wasn't focused on everything else. I missed out on some opportunities. I did take hard classes. I took some AP classes. I took college classes. I lived in a small town, so there wasn't a ton offered, but I did take some harder classes. But I remember there was this art class that I wanted to learn oil painting so bad, but I knew that this teacher was brutal and very rarely gave out A's. And so because I knew that, I couldn't take the class. I was like, it's not worth losing my 4.0 for an oil painting class. And now looking back, I'm like, yes, it was worth it because now I don't know how to oil paint. And that would be something I really would have loved to learn. So those are some of the negatives of getting a 4.0. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any more negatives or benefits of getting a 4.0, please comment below. Also, it's linked below to the blog that will explain more about the benefits and the negatives of getting a 4.0 GPA. I hope you have a great day.